not all hot wires and warp gates out on the rim. Hell, you're lucky to get a seat on a sublight transport tugging off waste to a processing plant for what it would cost to start over from scratch on a corpo world like New Dahlia. Has its perks, though. Sure, you'd be trading neon signs and city lights for 14 million tons of tan dust on a next-to-abandoned world, but I'd take that trade, giving in parched lungs and changing out water purifiers, than dealing with some half-witted slumlord who thinks they're tough stuff and not really any different than any of the other slumlords of the some billion apartment complexes and housing trillions of people, and nah, I'm alright with all that. Every single person on a glowing city world thinks that they've got a chance. They're gonna make something of themselves, right? Every single one of them's wrong. Out here, there ain't a single one of us that don't know that we aren't gods lost and forgotten. Every single world on the rim is an empty promise of paradise. Board members, subcontractors, marketing teams, all selling the dream, then, passing the buck to the next person. You'd think they're sending top-rate, bleeding-edge terraform craft out here to kickstart a place with no jump charts and no money? You think they'd rather dunk the next 500 years on a dirt ball over putting a few new custom animal prints on an existing free world? Nah. The lowest bidder sold to the lowest bidder so many times that I'm surprised that the engines lit up long enough for the Atmo units to touch ground. Hell, sometimes they didn't. Doesn't stop them from sending the colony ships out anyway, though. They already made their money, right? What do you think we gonna do? Call out to customer service, complain, say that the ships ain't up to snuff, that our ticket prices were overdone, we want to go home? Hell. Ain't nobody boarding a third-rate colony vessel is made of money. Yeah, I mean, sure, the occasional complete idiot with a business license, a year's worth of pay, and a dream thinks they can come out to be the next Izzy Marks, starting from nothing and becoming the top earner of the Central Curve. Completely oblivious to the fact that Izzy's start wasn't on a dust ball and was living in her parents' penthouse suite. Doesn't stop them, though. And the corpos will continue to sell them the bootstraps and then charge them for a manual on how to pull them up. Just a daily subscription of affirmations, and you too can live a life as shiny chrome. Personally, I think it's kind of nice. It makes a guy like me into somewhat of a minor celebrity. Yeah, sure, asteroid mining is pretty boring. Even scoring a big hit only lasts a few seconds till you gotta strap in for the next 36 hours of drill maintenance and core changes. But even simple metals, ice balls, and chem streams all have their place out here. Everyone's needing something, and usually more than I can haul. Pay's terrible. Most of them don't have access to the Galactic Bank, so it's a lot of bartering. But hot damn, can most dusters cook a meal that'd knock the stars off any Michelin chef's coat. And sometimes a poor duster gets lucky. Some smart kid out on the rim hacks the local gene splicer. Suddenly they got rainbow warblers eating bugs and laying eggs so rich they gotta water them down 2 eggs to the gallon for a basic scramble, and then serve them whole on the street. Corner cabbie trying to get you on a 2-for-1 deal. It's an absolute burning hell keeping the ship patched up. Good mechanics don't always want to stick around for the thrill of an omelet at the end of a long, dark, greasy tunnel. Good luck finding a droid out there with an intact neural core, and hell, I wouldn't trust a wizard with mainframe maintenance any more than I would a pixie with peanut butter. They'll both just as likely end up covered in catastrophe by the end of it all. Still, my heart does perk right on up anytime the local talent sees me land. It's no red carpet, but I get my fair share of gleaming eyes and free drinks, but ain't nobody getting a ride round the belt. I mean, fuel ain't cheap, and I don't want to end up on the sad end of a hob-shanked-together las pistol if you catch my drift. Doctor's visits are expensive, no matter how you get the burn. Matter where it is. At the end of it all, I just want to fly my little rust bucket around, get me a few rocks, stage things up, catch a show, see a pretty girl, and do it all over again. You know, them omelets really are just the best, and man, I'd take one of them over any 2-bit corpo world any day of the week. So, yeah, you might call me crazy for wanting to eat dust out on the rim, but I tell you that some of them dust munchers done been the best big-hearted folks I ever did meet. And they'll bend their back out for you just to help do whatever it is. Now, most of them won't even ask questions. So, yeah, it's a rough tumble time out here in the rim, but I'd say that you're more likely to find a way to enjoy yourself out here than you would get lost on a penthouse strip. That's just my personal opinion, though. You can take it, and you can leave it, and you can throw it in the cargo hold too if that's what you're looking for, but it's gonna cost you all the same. Yeah, 10 bits a trip and about 20 if you need a ride. Thank you all for being here and joining me in this tale. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and please do comment your thoughts below. It was really fun making this tiny spaceship build. I have been upgrading my entire setup, and hopefully I will be able to bring you even better content to you in future videos. If you like this video, why not take a look at one of these others on your way out?